Here we are, guys. We're going to watch one of the most bizarre 60-meter sprint finals in the history of athletics. This is the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships 2022. Now, two of the favourites, to give you a bit of context, two of the favourites have been disqualified for two false starts. Yeah, they're both false started and they got themselves disqualified. Anyway, those favourites are not here. The next two favourites, the 200-meter specialist, Matt Bowling, he's the real deal. And we've got another favourite being Ashe. Matt Bowling is in lane 5. And favourite Ashe next to him, an unusual name I know, lane 4.
National championships last weekend. And we have a scratch in lane 1 from Kassan James of Southern California. There is favorite Ashe. He will start in lane number 4.
Well, he ran an easy-looking personal best yesterday, 6:51. And talking to Ken Harden this morning, he said this young man, he felt a lot of nerves and felt a lot of pressure after false starting at the SEC Championships.
So he ran a personal best to get here. Interesting.
But he showed a lot of guts and determination by just managing the expectations yesterday and managing that pressure. There were some false starts, but he didn't seem to let it get to him, and he was absolutely brilliant in the semifinals. And there's Matthew Bowling.
Whoa, look at Bowling starting me. That is so weird. Both knees on the ground. One knee slightly hovering off the ground. I've never seen a technique like it. One leg really far back, one leg really far forward. What is this technique? He certainly didn't do that for the 200. Why is he doing it for the 60 meters? Has he changed techniques? Unusual. Let's look at his holding position. Leg relatively straight, although with a slight bend. Maybe passable, maybe not. I've never seen this technique. That is an unusual starting technique. That's the first time I've ever seen this technique. Normally you would have relatively compact and you might be further back or further forward, but you basically want that front knee in the air. So when we go back, we look at Ashe, for instance, here. Yeah, so we got this knee here in the air. We've got this one knee flat to the ground, and that knee should roughly be in line with your front foot. Ashe's has got his a little bit further back, so maybe that works better for him. But Bowling, what is this technique? It's like something he's taught himself. Well, he's unofficially one of the fastest 200-meter runners in the world, but I've never seen him do a 200 meters with that technique, unless I'm mistaken or not. But, it's so weird. Anyway, sports science can happen and change the way we do things, and maybe that is a beneficial technique to do in the future. Who knows? Really high up. So here we are. We hear a double bang, but they're all going. What the hell? They're still going.
And the winner is going to go from lane 2.
So he's heard a second. He's heard a second bang for the gun to restart, but it's confusing. They still got their times. They still have their times out. Look, even the official at the end there is like saying, "What the hell's going on here?"
If you don't hear a second gun, you keep going.
Exactly. You don't stop running. You play to the whistle.
The athletes were waiting to hear the second gun, and there wasn't. It was just the beep that came from the blocks when somebody moves a little early.
So here they are. This is what we call a faulty start. So whatever reason, maybe someone shouted or a technical difficulty, a technical issue, as in this case, and they bring out a green card, meaning no one's to fault, and we're all back to the beginning. But this is the key point. The race has already finished. The guys have got their times, and they haven't called them back yet. They're all back. Bowling thinks, yeah, the race is going to continue. You just have to. In that situation, even if you full start, you have to go back and not make it look like you full start. You've got to stand there ready and still be prepared, because you might still run. But you've got to give that kind of interpretation, that impression, hey, I haven't full started, even though when it's absolutely obvious you have. I haven't full started, but you've got to tell me I full started. And that way there's a slim or maybe a small chance you might still be in it because of the body language you're giving off to the officials. But this is really annoying. The guy who won this race got a new PB, and it might be scrapped.
complex and trying to unpack a little bit of what happened in that 60 meters here at the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. The gist of it is we're going to have a rerun.
Okay, guys, time for race 2. And if you notice, there is a considerable difference here between how they were at the beginning of the first race, before he got called back and null and void, and the second race. A lot more tense, probably a lot more boredom, a lot more unknowing. But here they are on the start line. Before, if you had 2 knees on the ground and on your marks, that was considered, not only was that considered poor technique, you just don't do it, but it would also be considered illegal. But obviously the rules have changed since then. Okay, and here they go. Boom, there you go, clean start this time, no second noise. So here they are, they're coming up. Yes, so bowling's so not in this. And thank God for that. So the guy who won the first race has won this race. So at least just dessert, so to speak. At least he got what he deserved in the end. And that is a super quick time as well for him. That's one of the fastest of all time. So I'm Adam McCarthy. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Make sure you subscribe and check out our Facebook pages. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. I haven't done that in so long. Enjoy yourself.